Hello, hello. Anybody out there? Hello. Can you see me? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Who is out there today? All right. Hi. Hi, Xerain. Hello, Corey. Good to see you here. Anybody else? All right. Xerain, do you want me to take a look at your sentences first? You've submitted nice sentences. Let's see. Let me just have a lot of things in front of me. So let me see. Just organize. Okay, like this. Guess there's a lot in front of me, so just bear with me. Okay. Let's see, I need to still keep. Okay, might as well. Okay, yes, since you're here and then I have your stuff too, your sentences. So yeah, and then maybe it's easier, I guess. So yeah, and you can just ask me questions, as we go. So let me see. I think I have. Okay, let me go. 1 sec. Let me just organize it. I had to. Hi, Hechi. Good to see you. This is like kind of, my first time correcting so many sentences in one go. So I hope it goes, it goes well. And I had like 7 or 8 entries, and everyone's level is slightly different. So some things might be a little bit hard. Hi, Patrick. Good to see you here. Very good. Just bear with me while I just organize. Hi, Gravidon. You made it. Good to see you. Ready to study, I hope. Good. Okay, let me see. Hechi, before you start checking sentences, I just want to say that I made the most useless context ever. Just ignore them. Okay, Hechi, did you submit? Let me see. Sentence, most obvious context with sentence 2. Okay, let me just go there and take a look. Hey, Eduardo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hechi, when did you submit? I hope I have your sentences here. Let me just have a quick look, okay? Let me just take a quick look. I don't want to miss that. Okay, let me just quickly go there and see if it's gonna. Sorry about this. Okay, I think okay. Since I see the same number of responses, I think I have them. Let me I'm gonna just close that one. Okay. Sometimes I don't know who wrote the sentences. So like if you want to say, oh, it's my sentence, whatever, you can always just tell me, okay? Because it's easier if you're just online at the same time, so then I can just kind of give you more direct advice, or I might have to ask you some questions. So let me see. Okay, so since Xerain's here, okay, let me just have a look. Okay, Hechi submitted yesterday. Okay, I see. Maybe okay, I'll take a look, and I'm sure it's there. I copied everything to Google Docs. So context with the sentence to display to make it somewhat realistic. Okay, that's fine. I'll take a look. Don't worry. And Akiyama, you're here. Everyone's here. Okay, currently. Oh, you're camping. Exciting, huh? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can just listen in and like, you don't have to do anything, okay? Fragment, you're here. Good to see you. I know you couldn't submit any sentences this time. It's okay, like whenever you're ready, maybe, when we have another, stream like this, please feel free to submit anything. It doesn't matter if it's really short, if it's long, I don't care. I just want to see and I just want to help. And also you can submit, anonymously, and you don't have to even say who you are or anything. And I will not judge. Okay, so please, maybe, next time when you want to just like, oh, I just want to write silly sentences, please feel free. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'll just start now. Okay, let me just like move the chat. I might not be able to respond to the chat easily, but I'll do my best. Okay, so let me just close some windows because I have so many things in front of me. Let me see, Firefox. Okay, causative sentences. Oh, where did it go? Oh my gosh, did I close it? Let me have a look. What is my... Okay, right here. Sorry about that. Okay. Can you see my Google Docs? I need to double check with my monitor. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Okay, good. Okay, so since I had a lot of entries, let me see. So I just go from Xerain, since Xerain's here. And how much correction do you want? Like, do you want me to correct like minimally, or do you want me to improve your writing by just like giving you more advice, or like because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or anything. Normally when I teach private students, they're like, oh, just have mercy on us, and like and also they don't really care, like they just want to get better at writing and speaking, so like they just want me to correct as much as possible. But if you have any preference, like, oh, I just don't want to be I don't want my sentences to be cut into pieces, just please let me know. Okay, like if you don't mind, don't mind if I correct them and to the point where it sounds very natural, I can do that. Or if you're like, oh, I just want some minimal correction, you can just tell me so. Okay, let me have a look. Okay, my first time writing. Okay, sure. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I like that you're back at learning Japanese again. You said like you're studying more seriously. That's good. And don't worry, I know you did write them again. I like that. Okay, so we'll take a look. Okay, I'm not gonna make you cry or anything. Okay, I'm not evil. Let's take a look. Okay, see. Okay, so you have. So the first one here. Okay. Okay, let me see. You wanted to use node. Okay. So I bought a cat. Okay, so the let me just like point something out. So in this English sentence, it's nice and unique. I like that. Okay, if you see this, you have one subject here, and also you have another subject here. In Japanese, it's important to know which one is the main subject. Okay, so right now, if you look here, I actually don't know the subject of this. Okay, but you wanted to say I bought a cat. right? Not the fox, right? Quick brown fox, okay? So in that case, you need to specify, okay? So let's just take it from here first. Okay, it's easier for me. Of course, I'll make corrections as we go. So right now, okay, we don't know who bought a cat. So okay, let's pop this. Okay, 私は here. Okay. So, and then we have a problem. Okay, let me see. Let me just put this one into the right right form. So, 早い is an e adjective. So, okay. So, 早い this one. So, let me see. So, 早い is an e adjective. Okay. So, that means you don't need na. Okay. So, 早い. So, the quick. Oh, okay. You want to say brown fox? I don't think you need to say brown fox. It gets too long. So let's just keep it like this. Okay. 早い狐は. So then, like, we have a problem, which is like, okay, here we have wa in one section, and then here's like wa. Okay. So since this is put into one sentence, and the main subject is I, isn't it? Because if you look at this, I bought a cat, which is cute. So in that case, this one, the kitsune, the fox, is going to be like the secondary. Okay, it's not gonna be the main subject. So in that case, wa changes to ga. Okay, so that's that. And so now, kitsune. Okay, 早い kitsune. So the quick fox. With the correct particle is attached. Okay, so then let's take a look at this one. So だるい. だるい is more like when you feel let's say like tired, or like when your body is like heavy, like you don't feel much energy, you feel like listless. That's what だるい means. So, but you want to say, okay, lazy. Okay, you want to say lazy dog. Let me see. Let me just write some notes here. So, だるい. I mean, だるい is, it's a common word, but here, I use it for like when I do some exercise. Maybe do some. Sometimes I do Ring Fit. I don't know if you know Ring Fit. It's just like some exercise game, and when I overdo it, this is how I feel. I feel like heavy. My body's like a little bit achy and things like that. So let me see. Like you feel heavy. Let me see. Feeling like heavy, or like tired, that kind of thing. You feel physically tired. That's what だるい means. Okay, so I guess that's not what you wanted to say, but you want to say the lazy dog. Okay, in that case, okay, let me see. Lazy is a difficult word in Japanese, because like we don't really have it as an adjective. So let's just make it. Okay, so okay. So 怠け者 is a noun. It means a lazy person. Well, by default, 怠け者 is a lazy person. Okay, but you want to say you want to use this for the dog. So 怠け, let's just turn this into some kind of an adjective. So 怠け者, since it's a noun, you can do noun no noun. So 怠け者の犬. Okay, I know you might look a little bit weird to see namakemono. Namakemono is just one thing, so it's one word. We have kanji for it, but I'm not gonna write it down here. It might be a little bit too difficult. So namakemono, so noun no and a noun. Okay, so I'm almost like using this part, you know, more or less like an adjective. Okay, namakemono no inu. So lazy dog. Let's do this. Okay, like this. Namakemono no. So let's change that one. Namakemono no inu. Okay, 速い狐が怠け者の犬の上 so above. Okay. Or 飛ぶ. Okay, let's see. 飛ぶ is a tricky one. Okay, let me. This one takes a different particle, which is I know it's actually o. 飛ぶ. Okay. To jump. Well, since you have like ue, let me just write that. Okay, no ue, just to see. Jump over something. Okay, then it's better. Okay. It feels a little bit weird, isn't it? Because tobu, in this case, you have tobu as to jump, not to fly. To fly, you know, we use a different kanji for that one. But you are using tobu as to jump, and you want to say jumped over. I mean, the tobu is the right choice, but of course, tobu has like a, you know, like it has three different, you know, variations. But yeah, this one, I just want to say something no ue. So ue, like above, or tobu, tobu. In this case, to jump over something. And the strange thing is, like, tobu is have you heard of let me see, intransitive verb. Tobu, to jump or to fly uses, you know, a different character kanji, but in this case it doesn't matter if you're writing it in hiragana. Okay, so tobu is an intransitive verb. Intransitive verb means that it cannot take like the direct object. It doesn't take so it doesn't take an object. So let me see. Meaning, you know, so normally object or is not used for intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs, for example, intransitive verbs are like aku, something opens, that's an intransitive verb. And, you know, but akeru, on the other hand, is transitive. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go too deep, but sometimes when you have an intransitive verb like this, we use the particle or, but this is not the object or. I'm gonna just write that so that you don't get confused. So it's not, it's a different particle. This happens with intransitive verbs like aruku to walk. Let me see. So I want to put this in case you get confused. I'm gonna just put this. Very common one is let me see. 公園 park 公園を歩く. Okay, so this is a very typical sentence. You know, having an intransitive verb, intransitive, to walk, okay? And aruku cannot take an object, okay? Like a direct object. So it's not like taberu, like sushi o taberu, okay? You know, you can take an object, but this one, it's called intransitive, meaning it cannot take an object. Okay, but you'll be like, why? Like, why do you have or here? Like, I'm confused. This confuses a lot of learners. Okay, let me tell you why this happens. Okay, this 公園を歩く is to... Okay, this or, again, is a different one. This is not the object or. This is what I call... this uses location or intransitive. I made it up because I can't find any better way to put it. So intransitive. Okay, location or intransitive pattern. Okay, I just write it like this. Okay, so 公園を歩く、公園を走る as well takes O, but that O is not the direct object O, so be careful. And in the same way, so this O is basically that. So location or intransitive. Let me see. So, okay, yeah, this O, just don't get confused. It's not the object O, but this is actually from what I call location or intransitive. Okay, it might sound complicated, but it's actually pretty easy. But I'm not gonna spend too much time in here. Okay, but I just wanted to say that this or is not the object or you already you already know. It's a different one. Okay, so then let's fix that one. 犬の上を and also here tricky thing is, okay, so ので does not take ます okay, ので is already formal, okay, ので already sounds formal, okay, so that means you don't have to use the ます form here, okay, let me see, jumped over, so 飛んだので okay, so let's see, so 飛ぶ Okay, let me just change the color. 飛ぶ so the past tense is 飛んだ isn't it? So 飛んだので okay, so 早い狐が怠け者の犬の上を飛んだので私は猫を飼いました okay, it's cute, okay, yeah, I just tried to be as close to what you had here. Okay, I knew that you wanted to make a unique sentence. That's cool, like, so 早い狐が怠け者の犬の上を飛んだので so 私は猫を飼いました Okay, that's cool. Okay, so that's that, and let's see, let's go to the next one. I know it was actually a tricky sentence, so don't worry. I know I wrote a lot of things, but I hope it's helpful. And if you think, oh, okay, that's a bit too much for me, you don't have to learn everything. Okay, if you think, oh, I just wanna learn. Okay, 怠け者 as a lazy person. Okay, that's cool. If you just take one thing and then learn, and that's cool. Okay, so let's see. I didn't know my cat could eat 5 whole cheeseburgers. Amazing. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Okay, again. Yeah, so seems like you always have 2 subjects. I like that. You wanna make your sentences a little bit complicated. That's a cool thing to do. Okay. So if you take a look, so the subject here, it says I, right? And also the problem here is like, okay, you have another one too. Okay. So but if you take a look at this English sentence, I is the main subject, isn't it? Okay, and also my cat in this case is gonna be like the secondary subject, right? So we'll do something similar, okay, to what we did here with the original, and original, the first sentence. Okay, so I didn't の知りませんでした. So you want to keep it formal? That's fine. Okay, so うちの猫が so yeah, as I said, うちの猫 it's gonna be, as I said, it's the secondary subject. So let's do が secondary subject が okay, and it's yeah, okay, 5つを5個 okay, fine, yeah, the counter is fine. If you want to say 5個, that's cool too. So 5, like 5つ is totally fine too. Let me just write, like an alternative, okay? So 5個 okay, that's also fine. So 5個is like 4 pieces, but for cheeseburgers, it's fine. You can use 個 as well. But 5つ is totally fine too. Okay. うちの猫が okay, so secondary subject が okay. 5つチーズバーガーを食べられることを知りませんでした。Okay, let me see. Okay, I know, yeah, don't worry. It is a very complex sentence, and I'm impressed that you wanted to, challenge yourself. I like that. I think, because of this, it helps other people. Sorry, I know, I'm not trying to take advantage of your sentences or anything, but I think it's good for everyone. So, I want to do this for, everyone's mutual benefit, okay? So, and also you get to learn a lot from a professional teacher. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, object is fine. Yeah, 食べられすぎる. Okay, let me see. So you want to say, my cat could, okay? You don't want to mix すぎる with 食べられる. Okay. So let's get rid of that one. すぎる is more like, let me see. So マス stem すぎる. Okay. So if you want to use すぎる, let me see. That's the formula is マス stem plus すぎる. Okay. Okay. So maybe you thought about this one. Okay, but let me give you examples of マス stem plus すぎる. Let me just change the color. Okay, let me see. It's like to do something too much. So to do something too much. For example, something that comes to my mind is, of course, 食べすぎる. Okay. So 食べすぎる to eat too much, right? Let's see. Okay, 食べすぎる mass stem plus すぎる to eat too much. Okay. Let me see. So let me see. 昨日 so yesterday 昨日寿司を食べすぎた for example. Okay, so if you say 昨日寿司を食べすぎた okay, 昨日寿司を食べすぎた so we use it like this. So I ate too much sushi. Okay, and once you have すぎるfrom mass stem すぎる feel free to conjugate it like to the past tense or 過ぎました for formal things like that, but you don't want to combine with causative, not causative, sorry, potential can, because in this case it doesn't match. Okay, because you already said let me see. すぎる okay, 食べすぎる for example, in this case, I'm not really specifying how many pieces of sushi, I eat or I ate, right? And but in your sentence, you are specifying. So that means you don't really have to use すぎる. Okay, here, it's not going to work with すぎる, so let's get rid of it. Okay, 食べられる so you want to say, so I could eat, okay, 食べられることを、知りませんでしたを知らなかった okay. うちの猫が、let me see. う ちの猫が5つチーズバーガーを食べられることを、知りませんでした。Okay, so let me see. So 食べる、potential 食べられる。Okay, that's potential form. Yeah, so let's see. Do I have potential here? Let me see. Just take a look at my potential file. Oh yeah, right here. Passives, causatives, potential. I'll show you later. Okay. Let me see. I have a causative and passives for later, but I didn't bring. Let me see. Let me just do it live then. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 食べられる. Since 食べる is a lu verb. For lu verbs, you just attach られる to the stem. Okay, 食べられる. So potential form. But of course, if you have other types, it's going to be different. For example, if it's kaku, to write, then kakeru, because it's an u verb. But I'm not gonna go through that here because I have a lot to go through. So let's see. Yeah, so 食べられる. And but a lot of native speakers basically drop la, and it's not considered official. But a lot of natives actually drop la, and then they will say 食べれる instead. Especially when we are like talking very casually, 食べれる、食べれない, so on and so forth is more common. 食べられる、食べられる is more like kind of official, and that's more like it's kind of textbook, textbook way of doing it. Okay, so 食べられることを yeah. See, like when you say 食べられる、られる、られる, it's a tongue twister, isn't it? It's like 食べられる、食べられる. So that's why a lot of native speakers become 怠け者. Okay, we're just more efficient, I guess. Yeah, 食べられることを that's more official. 食べれることを if you drop that, it will sound more or less like kind of native-like. Okay, but since I'm a teacher, I'm gonna leave it like this because I don't want to be criticized, like, by other people. Like, hey, you're a teacher, you're teaching, like, dropping this la thing. Like, well, language evolves, like most people talk like this. Most people say 食べれる. So we should really accept, this new kind of change. But since I'm teaching, I'll just write it like this. But feel free if you if you want to kind of drop that, it's fine. Okay, just put this in gray. Let me yeah, do this. Okay, 食べられるを食べれることを and 知りませんでした. Let me see. I didn't know. Okay. Yes, okay, so let's see. Okay, this one. So this one, in this part, I'm not keeping this, as the past tense because this is still true, isn't it? It's still true. So that's why I'm not making this, into the past tense. So I'm just saying 食べられる or 食べれる ことを, and then this is, okay, this part is basically the object of what you didn't know, right? So that's why I just put this or here because, officially it should be there, but some native speakers, again, we drop a lot of things, so you might not even hear this, or it's just spoken really quickly that it feels like it's not even there. Okay, so 食べられることを, but if you are learning, it's a good idea to put it there. So that's why I just wanted to put it there so you can see it visually, what's missing. So うちの猫が 5つチーズバーガーを食べられることを、知りませんでした。I didn't know. Okay, let's see. そう知りませんでしたを知らなかった。I didn't know. And そうすげえ be careful with すげえ。すげえ super super informal. Okay. It's okay to say すげえ maybe like when you're at home. Just like maybe talking to yourself or like, you are with like very close friends. Okay, that's fine. But like, I'm just like saying, okay, just be careful. So again, I mean, it is correct. It is, grammatically correct. But since I see this, you have the, masu form, ませんでした sounds formal previously. So, maybe you could say just すごいですね. Just to match the tone, of the sentence. But of course, again, it's up to you. I'm just suggesting. Okay. But yeah, just be careful when you say すげえ. I mean, すげえ, like, I hear this in, shonen, anime a lot. Oh, すげえ. But it is super casual, so be careful. Okay. Officially, of course, it's すごい. Okay. Let's see. Or I might just say like, すごい. すごいよね. In my case, I might just say すごいよね. But it's up to you. Okay. It's good to have some freedom. Okay, so I'm not gonna even correct that one. Okay. So let's see. それで、私は夕飯って猫か夕飯にかな. Let me see. Yeah, Google actually knows what I'm gonna do. Wonderful. 猫缶を食べるんです。Let me see. 知りませんでした。すごいな。すげえな。それで、it's more like, okay, so if you want to say that's why, the better alternative will be だから just works way better than this one. それで is more like then. So even though, okay, like, it doesn't really, stop the flow of the sentences, but if you want to actually say, that's why, and then continue, the best alternative to this one is だから. Okay. But if you want to make it formal, then you can say ですから. Okay. から actually works better here. So だから or ですから if you want to keep, since you have this, if you want to use ですから it's fine too, but I'm gonna just keep it simple. だから、私は、夕飯 yeah, I just changed the day to に because like 夕飯にI would consider this like for dinner, so like purpose に. Okay, this is what I call purpose に. Or it could be taken as like a time word に as well to talk about like dinner time. That's also fine too. So 猫缶を食べる it's cute, okay? 猫缶 is like it's more like wet food, cat food, but it's more like wet, okay? That's cute. Actually, I think cats eat like, really fancy, like fish and like snacks and treats, because like I feed my cats with some treats and like it smells so good. I'm like, can I eat it? So yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, and let's see. Oh yeah, その時, let me see. That's while that was happening, the fox had already begun working. Okay, you like complex sentences. Okay, good. Yeah, I like that. Let's take a look one by one. その時に yeah, okay, so you want to say, well, that was happening. So, you mean like you want to say like during that time? Okay. Okay, if you want to put the element of like while, the better way to do this is その間 toki is more like kind of you're talking about like at that point of time. But if you want to say like something was actually happening at that time, the better alternative to this one is 間。Okay, その間に、okay. I mean, 時 is not a mistake though, but if you want to have the element of that, while that was happening, the better alternative is 間。Okay, 時 isn't, I mean, still makes sense. Of course, I feel bad about like rewriting it, but this is like the better option for you. I'm thinking about, you. So, その間に, since 間, is a time word, let's use time word に. Okay, so 間 is very useful. Talks about the duration of time. Okay, in this case, it's pronounced 間. The same 間, this kanji is used for 時間, time as well. その間に, 狐は okay, it's good. Okay, let me see. The fox had already begun working at McDonald's. Okay, see, so I like these sentences. It's very creative, very creative. Okay, yeah, like I never thought about making these sentences. I like that. Okay. So, and you want to say, okay, that was happening, and then the fox had already begun working at McDonald's. Okay, you want to talk about, okay, something already happened. Okay, let me see. その間に、狐 again. Okay, so if you look at this sentence, okay, who is the main subject? Main subject. The fox, isn't it? Okay, so main subject takes wa. Okay, so you want to fix that one because this is not the secondary subject. So yeah, it already knows. Okay, so 狐はその間に狐は so your subject was very important to say who the subject is. Okay, let me see. もうマクドナルドの let me see. For McDonald's, we say マクドナルド. Okay. Yeah. Google just already knows, マクドナルド, so McDonald's. Okay, let me show you. Let me see. It's マクド. Some people say マクド. Okay. To shorten McDonald's. And some people say Mac, okay? Makudo is very common in Kansai, like in the Kansai dialect. A lot of people like living in, let's say, Osaka, they tend to say Makudo instead of Mac. Mac is more like, kind of Tokyo accent. Yeah, it doesn't matter whichever you use. Makudo. If I shorten it, I might just use Makudo because I'm from the west part of Japan. I don't feel very comfortable saying this because if I say Mac, it feels like I'm talking about like Apple computers. So yeah, but yeah, okay. If you wanna have McDonald's, that's fine. のバイトを let me see. バイトを始めました。Okay, let me see. 働き始める。Okay, so you have the okay, マスステム始める okay, to start doing something. In that case, okay, since you have the right form there, or doesn't work. Okay. マクドナルドの okay, バイトをし始める。Okay, a few alternative sentences. Let me see. Let me give you some options. マクドナルドでバイトを始めました。That's one. It sounds very natural to me. And マクドナルドでokay, let me see. Yeah. So the first one, I kind of kept it very similar to what you had. Okay. その間に、キツネは、もうマクドナルドで、その間に、I don't think you need more here. It feels a little bit off to me. well, すでに more, it's more like すでに works better, but it still makes sense without though, because of, let me see. 狐はマクドナルドで、働き始めました。I didn't use バイト here. If you use バイト, you want to say バイトを始めました。So that's why I just made the second sentence. Both of them make sense. Okay, so whichever you want to choose, but you don't want to have everything in it. Okay, so if you use バイト, part-time job, バイトを始めました。バイトを始めた。You know, if you say バイトを始める, it's obviously, working as a part-time. So that's already in there. So you don't have to kind of, double the meaning or anything. So in this case, マクドナルドで働き始めました。Even though it doesn't have the element of, バイト, part-time job, still, makes sense. Okay. So I'm just giving you two. Okay. Sentences, and let me see. I know it's like it takes so much time, right? I know. Let me see. ダメな犬は何をしているの? Okay, let me see. ダメ Okay. Okay, let's see. ダメ犬をダメな犬。ダメな犬。Sounds better with ダメな犬は、you can say ダメ犬, but ダメな犬 sounds natural to me. Okay. ダメな犬 again, who is the subject? は isn't it? And okay. Here we go. I mean, it's very common for native speakers to drop object or. So but again, as a learner, you wanna put it here. 何をしてるの? Okay. So ダメな犬. So that's the subject. Subject, why you wanna specify the subject. Okay. And 何をしてるの? So 何 is the question word, but in this case, it's actually the object of the verb. So that's why, 何を will be more correct, and してるの? Yeah, it's a question, casual question. Okay, so that's that. Excellent. Okay, good. So yeah, sentences. I would just say checked. This is actually how I check sentences when I teach private students. So it's very, in depth, because I don't want, my students to misunderstand something. So, I always want to make sure, it's going crazy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's already checked. So Xerain, let me see. Let me just look at the chat. Okay, let me see. I'm looking at the chat right now. Okay, let me see. There's a lot. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see. Just going back to the chat. Okay, let me see. Yes, that's the old ones I've already read. Okay. Okay, full correction. Okay, sorry, I just got to that one. Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry, it's fine. And I forgot the fox was brown. Lethargic, yeah. Or like you're feeling dull, tired. Is darui. What's the let me see. Taida. For lazy. Taidana. It is lazy, but we don't really use it much. It sounds very official. Let me see. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Xerain. I wasn't sure. It was. Oh, okay, because of is it Tobu? Because over sorry, challenge. Yeah, Xerain. That's good. Like you wanted to try. You wanted to challenge yourself. That's good. That's always good. Yeah, exactly. As Patrick says, it's good to challenge yourself. That's how you learn. Yeah, don't be afraid. Like just like it's okay. sometimes it's just better to be kind of crushed. Because like when I was very new to composing music for film and television, I thought I was doing it right. And so at that time I had like a mentor. I still have one. And he's a very successful composer. I'm not gonna name his name, but he said, okay, Taenyan, you are talented, but you are not doing it right. So he crushed me into pieces. And I was like, why? Why is he saying this to me? Like, it hurts me so much. But I actually took his advice and in trying to improve myself. And I just, I had no pride. Like, I was like, okay, he's super successful, and I'll just take his advice. And I'm not going to be offended. I'll just improve myself. I did whatever he told me to do. And I'm like, I changed. My music got placed in so many different shows worldwide. And, I'm very thankful that, someone was so honest with me and trying to like, correct my mistakes, or like trying to change my, way of, making music and things like that. So like, it's just like, it's always good to take the advice and then like understand what it takes to improve yourself, rather than like, oh, I think I'm doing it right. I mean, let me just continue. It's always good to kind of challenge yourself, ask for advice, and then just like, keep improving yourself. So let's see. Okay. Xerain, I wanted to use my because I like my cheeseburgers flat. Okay, good. Okay. I can also eat 5 cheeseburgers. Yeah, Gravidon, if you can eat 5 cheeseburgers, yeah, it'll be amazing. Yes. Let me see. Okay, Xerain, good. Xerain was hoping it will benefit others. Good. Yes. That's what I'm taking my time to do it here too. Okay. Xerain, I was trying to say it ate more than expected with Sugi. More than expected. Okay, if you want to do that, the particle you want to use is more. So goko mo. Do you want me to write that for you? Okay, let me see. If you want to have the unexpected element of like, oh my god, 5 cheeseburgers. If you want to have the surprise element, okay. The one you wanted is, let me see. Okay. 5つも. Okay, this is the surprise more, okay? Okay, 5つも, I think that's what you wanted. Instead of using すぎる is totally different. Okay. 5つも、5個もチーズバーガーを食べれることを知りませんでした。Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to the chat again. I love that everyone's like everyone's saying something. That's good. Nezune. Okay. Hello. You're here. Good. Let me see. The man with the beard. Is this a Japanese teacher VTuber? You're correct. Yeah. Right. You're welcome. And I love saying rareru. Yeah, good. Rareru is such a tongue twister. If you can say rareru, it's amazing. It's not very easy to say. Even for native speakers, we get lazy. We don't even want to say rareru. And let's see. Xerain, it was meant as an intentional character break because I was shocked at it. Okay, yeah, okay. So then, like, the particle you want is more. Okay. Let me see. What is the next one? Listening, are you? Okay, you guys are talking to each other. Okay. それで therefore, depends on what it is. Again, それで normally, and let me see. それで言って、それで could be like and then of course it's a conjunction. And then just saying like what happens next. That's what it is. But if Xerain wanted to say that's why, だから or ですから makes better sense in that case. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Everyone's talking, that's good. Then I think, okay, I'm reading the chat now. Okay, I'm here. I'm reading every single chat message here. It's just that, like, sometimes I need to finish one thing, and I do check the chat every now and then. Okay, so don't say I'm ignoring you or anything. I love seeing your messages. Okay, let's see. She does. Yeah, Hechi, good. Thank you for thank you for that. Good. Wait a second. Okay, she does not write. Okay, good. Yeah, Patrick, thank you for saying that. Since he's really concentrating, I had to concentrate. Yes. Yeah, right. Actually didn't know. Oh, okay, Xerain. Okay, this is something new for you. Yeah, Ida is a good one to use. Okay, and Xerain, I knew Mac and had that, then decided to write it out. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. If you know what you're doing, it's absolutely fine. It's good. That's good. Okay, we can, just kind of, just like have different options. Like if you go for Maku, it's also fine. It doesn't always have to be serious questions. Fun questions bring in some variations to the lesson. Right. Absolutely correct. Yeah, it doesn't have to be always serious. Like if you want to kind of mess around, writing, fun sentences, I don't mind at all. Let me see. Okay, Xerain, is that one I was dropping particles to emphasize I was mad at the dog for being lazy and not okay, in that one I was dropping particles to emphasize, okay, I was mad at the dog for being lazy and not getting a job. Okay, I see. Okay, Patrick, every time I hear "damme," I have Baka Mitai from Yakuza playing. You like Yakuza games? Good. Okay, it's a pretty violent. Okay, I am familiar. Okay. Oh, Jump Jiru, you okay? You're here. Morning. Good. Yeah, it's morning in Japan, isn't it? Good. Yeah, I like that everyone's talking to each other. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let me see. Okay. I'll make this downloadable. Okay. So where shall I go next? Shall I go here? Okay, I'm gonna go here. It had no name. The sentences, the author or whoever submitted these sentences had no name, so I'll just leave it like this. I mean, if you are there, please let me know. So the sentence, okay, I was told to look at the like comments first. Okay, so let me see. Is the sentence written correctly? And did I use どうやって correctly? Let me take a look. So I'm asking a person. Let me see. Okay, yeah. I'm asking a person about how they are studying kanji. Okay, I see. どうやって by doing what? Okay, by doing what or how you do something. Okay, どうやって Okay, 漢字を、object を勉強しますか? It's not wrong, but I wanna use present continuous here. Yeah, because even though of course what you had here, how do you study kanji? It feels right in English. I know, and I think you had the pretty much like the direct translation to that. So it wasn't really a mistake, but I want to actually use the present continuous. How are you doing this? Because I'm sure the person still studying using some kind of a tool or methods, things like that. So どうやって漢字を勉強していますか sounds very natural to me in this case. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, since you're saying they are studying too, so Google. They already know. Yeah, どうやって漢字を勉強していますか? Okay. I don't feel. Okay, this is fine. どうやって so by doing what? Asking for like method, yes. 漢字を so object を yeah. And 勉強していますか? You want to be formal because you're asking like another person, okay? Okay. How they're studying. Yep. Yes. No, it's correct. Yeah, I just fixed the verb into present continuous instead of the present tense. Okay. Let me see. Next one. Just have a look at the monitor. Okay, yeah, I just have to check my monitor every now and then so it doesn't get cut off. It doesn't get cut off. Let's see. So sentence number 2. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just look at these notes first, so that I don't, start correcting or checking immediately. Let me see. Context. I'm in a local family-owned store. And the first thing I see is a random cat, okay, on a desk that is hidden behind a door. Okay, I'm trying to picture this one. Okay, local family-owned store, and the first thing I see is a random cat. Okay, on a desk that's hidden. Okay, that's hidden behind a door. So it's not okay. The cat is not easy to find. Okay, and then the owner, a friendly grandma, is searching for her cat. Oh yeah, okay, so because like, okay, the cat is like kind of hidden behind, okay, the door, okay, and asks me if I saw the cat. I'm at least trying to make the context feel normal. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's good. That's good. It's good. It's good to know the background information because I love that. I love that I see more context because sometimes without any background information, sometimes it's really hard to make decisions. So it's great to see what's happening. I like that. I like that. Okay, and is the sentence written correctly? And is there a better way to answer more naturally? Let me see. And does the sentence change depending if I'm talking to an adult versus talking to an even older person? Let me see. Let's take a look at the sentence. Okay, so 猫は okay, so you want to say the cat? Okay, because it's a specified cat, isn't it? So then subject what works? That's good. 机の上, so like on top of something. Here it's ni. Well, Google already knew because I remember. So here you want to say like at the location. At the location, of course the choices will be ni or de, but you will look at the verb. Remember, so the verb iru, to be is one of the special verbs, right? Remember, aru, iru, tomaru, to stay overnight, sumu, to live, so on and so forth. We had like a special list, and iru is one of them, right? So in that case, the location, we had two options, which not really options. It depends on the verb you're using. And iru, if you're using iru, or one of the special verbs, the choice is ni, right? So 猫は机の上にいます. Okay, then it's the correct sentence. It's just only a tiny bit. I know, like maybe you want to show, oh, is it ni or de? Oh, let me just guess. It's fine. It was very close. It was very close. Okay, so that's it. So I just corrected this one, and is the sentence written correctly? I just made a little correction there. And is there a better way to answer more naturally? Okay, to the question. Okay, so if you're gonna make it natural, let me see. 猫は okay, let me see. Let me just copy this one. If you want to make it sound natural, since we have the context, right? If you want to quickly respond, 机の上にいますよ. You want to use yo like this. 机の上にいますよ. Or you could say 机の上ですよ. Okay, let me see. if you want to like super simplify it, could do this. Yeah, sorry. Since you wrote it with, here we go. So yes, some alternatives. Okay, so the full sentence will be, of course, 猫は机の上にいます, right? But since you, okay, you had some context. Okay, you had some context, and in that case, okay, the person, so the grandma who asked the question already know that, okay, they're already talking about the cat. So that's why, okay, I just kind of got rid of it. Okay, and then you want to kind of say, 机の上にいますよ. I'm using your to make it sound more friendly. Okay, and 机の上にいますよ. When you want to say yo like this, you are informing somebody. Okay, you're telling somebody what they want to know. Or like, it doesn't have to be what they want to know, but in this case, she was, looking for the cat. So, and you want to say, oh yeah, I know the information, I'm telling you this. So it sounds very natural. 机の上にいますよ. Or if you want to super simplify it, 机の上ですよ. That's fine. Okay, so let me see, and does the sentence change depending on if I'm talking to an adult versus talking to an even older person? Okay, let's see. Formality. Okay, let's see. In general, if you don't know the person well enough, just be formal. Just for now, you wanna use like desu masu, language. But of course, if you work in Japan and then you've got to learn, keigo. Keigo is very polite language, but for learners, you don't need to go that far. Okay, it's almost like a different language. Desu masu, tone. It's a part of it. It's a part of keigo, but keigo is a little bit too crazy. So right now, by seeing your sentence kind of writing level, you just want to keep it like desu masu, kind of formality for now. Okay, you don't want to go too crazy with, oh yeah, I need to be super formal. Don't worry about it. So like just only two things. So if you don't know the person and if you want to sound formal, use desu masu, desu and deshita, so on and so forth, the formal language. But if you actually get to know the grandma, and then the grandma feels like my grandma now, and I like talking to the grandma, and if you guys get closer and have a full-on conversation, you might wanna you might wanna start using the casual language. So so in this case, if you wanna change this to casual, 机の上だよ. Let's see, like this, if you want to do that. And if you want to say it more casually, 机の上にいるよ. Okay, let me see. Just copy. いるよ. Okay, but this is when you want to kind of drop the formality, and if you want to sound casual, you can do this. Okay, okay, but right now, if you want to just like sound polite or formal, using masu it's a good idea. Okay, and in this case, ue is it's a noun, so you want to use noun des here. Okay, so that's that. Does it make sense? Talking to an adult versus talking to an even older person. Yeah, this one, honestly, it doesn't matter. It depends on, of course, it depends on who you are, depends on whom you're talking to. So these two things. But like the ultimate question is like, do you want to sound formal or not? That's it. So like that's how you decide. Okay, but again, as I said, if you get to know the person a lot, if you always talk to the person a lot, okay, maybe it's time to drop that formality and then sound more casual. They will appreciate that. Okay, but if you're just like, okay, let's say like traveling or just like trying to make friends, they they're not gonna get upset if you just like kind of, start talking casually without being formal. Nobody's gonna tell you off. Okay. So that's that. So let me just go to the third one since we have a lot. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let's look at the context. A girl that's in love with my friend, okay, asks me and wants to know which country he likes. Okay, a little bit complicated. Okay, let me see. So many people involved. Okay, a girl that's in love with my friend. Okay, so your friend, and there's a girl and asks me and wants to know which country. Oh, you mean your friend likes. Okay, I see. Okay, in that case, let me see. And then I'll look at this note here. Is my sentence structure is the right order? And did I use correct particles for the sentence? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay. So you were answering. Okay, let's see. The girl asks a question. Okay, and you're like trying to answer. Okay. 私の友達は日本が大好きです。Okay. でも中国と韓国も Okay. Also. Okay, you want to say the element of also? Okay. 韓国も also. Okay. 好きです。Okay. Let me see. 私の友達は、日本が大好きです。Okay, let's see. Okay, so since you have the background information, 友達は Okay, so let's see. You don't really need to say 私 because it's already obvious. 友達は or just simply say 彼は or just name your friend, whoever that is, let's say like Akira or something. Akira wa I don't know the name. So like, instead of saying like tomodachi, you could just say the name of your friend here. So tomodachi wa, I just put tomodachi wa here because that's what you had. Okay. 日本が大好きです. Okay. Yeah. Grammatically correct. Okay. でも、中国でも Do you need the demo here? Let me see. でも中国と韓国も好きです。大好きです。そして Let me see. I don't think demo works here because it's not really like a but, let me see. 友達は日本が大好きです。you can 好きで中国と韓国も You can immediately start this sentence. It's fine. And if you wanna sound casual, 好きでlet me see. 私友達は日本が大好き。そして、中国と韓国も好き。Okay. So yeah, if you want to sound casual, you can get rid of this. Let me see. 友達は日本が大好き。In that case, 大好きで、you might want to continue. 大好きで、中国と韓国も好き。or 好きだよ. Again, as I said, if you're answering somebody's question, basically, you're contributing and then you're like giving some information. In that case, 好きですよ or だよ sounds better in this case. It sounds more natural if you use this kind of things. But if you think, it's a bit risky for me to use like ne or yo and things like that, you don't need to. But, as you say, you it seems like you care about like being natural. So let me see. Yeah, right now, okay, so grammatically these two are fine, but if you want to make it sound let me see, if you want to make it sound more natural and then make it flow, let me see, let me just do this. Okay, let me see. 日本が大好き。I want to use で as and. Okay, 大好きで、and then continue. This 大好きで、大好き is an adjective, and I want to continue the sentence. I want to say 大好き and. So I want to just merge the two sentences by doing this. Okay, 日本が大好きで and 中国と韓国も も also 好きです。Okay, then, okay, you could do this, or if you want to make it casual, then 好きだよ. Okay, let me see. Yeah, if you want to make it very casual, okay, let's see. You could do this. Okay. 好きだよ. Or 好きですよ here. If you want to have よ, it's absolutely fine too. I mean, just like add in some extra options. But if you feel, oh, I'm not ready to use this, yeah, get rid of that if you want. Okay. But if you wanna kind of make it flow, and this is more casual, of course. Yeah, 友達は日本が大好きで、use it like, when you do this, and then, you're like, oh, I haven't, thought about the second part. You can buy more time by going like this. Okay, do this. 友達は日本が大好きで if you just kind of land on it and then say it a little bit longer, it gives you more time. Okay, nobody will tell you this, but it's very, very like kind of native like. Okay, 友達は日本が大好きで and then think about the next section. And 中国と韓国も好きだよ. Okay, and it sounds very natural. And if you want to make it keep it formal, 友達は日本が大好きで中国と韓国も好きですよ. Yeah, okay. If you want to keep it like kind of polite or formal, depending on the level of friendship, of course. Okay, and polite. We go. So that's that. That's 3. Let's have a look. Sentence number 4. 必要じゃないです. Okay, let's see. Sentence 4. Okay. First of all, are these two sentences written correctly? Okay. Second of all, is there a difference between them? And if yes, what is the difference between these two sentences? They should have the same meaning. No? Okay, let's see. A store clerk is asking me if I need a bag. Okay, it's a common thing in Japan, isn't it? Okay. In that case, okay, if I don't think about this context, okay, if I don't think about this context, and if I look at this, okay, these two sentences, as I said, like, without thinking about the context, 必要じゃないです。必要じゃないです。and 必要がありません。Grammar-wise, there's no grammatical mistakes. Okay, so that's what you wanted to know first, right? Let me see. Second of all, is the difference. Okay, let me see. The difference between the two. Okay, 必要じゃないです。and 必要がありません。I'm okay. Right now, I'm talking about these sentences without thinking about the context. I'm not gonna say that, these are the right ways to say it, in this situation yet. Okay, I just want to clarify a few things here. So since the person here is asking me, so let me see. As I said, yeah, it's grammatically correct, but without thinking about the situation. Okay, 必要じゃないです. Okay. So the first one, this one 必要じゃない. Okay. It's an adjective, so it's okay. Let me see. Using 必要 as an adjective. Okay. The first one, this one is using an adjective. Okay. And the second one 必要がない. Okay, so 必要. First, identify the part of speech. So this is more like necessity, okay? Or needs. Let me see. So this is a noun, okay? It's a noun. So 必要. So let me see. So 必要. Yeah. So it looks like, okay, 必要 written here. and it's written here. Okay, they're very similar. It looks pretty much identical, but as I said, depending on how you are using them, they will conjugate, well, not conjugate differently, but like they will be treated differently. In this case, since you have 必要 as a noun, that's why noun があるない is used. But if you're using 必要 as an adjective here, it's not gonna work, right? Does it make sense? So this one, the first one, adjective じゃない です. Just to say, okay, it's not needed, or okay, it's not necessary, okay? It's not needed. 必要がありません. Okay, so the 必要がありません. Again, like it needs to have some context, but in this case it doesn't work. Okay, let me see. I would normally use this like this. Okay, you want to put a verb before it. So let me see. 会社に行く, for example. 会社に行く to go to the company, go to work. 会社に行く必要, for example. And if you use a noun, version of it, you can do something like this. Okay. 会社に行く必要, and you can treat this just like a noun. So 必要がある, for example. Or, if you want to, use the negative form, 会社に行く必要がない. Okay, we use 必要がある必要がない like that. Okay, so of course they behave differently like this. Okay, so yeah, originally it looked, well, I can't tell the difference right now, but if you want to use 必要, like necessity, as a noun, the convenient thing is that you can do something like this. 会社に行く必要 necessity がある. So like basically you're saying that I need to go to the company. I need to go there. I need to go to my office. 会社に行く必要がない. There's no need to go there. I don't need to go there. So you get to say something like this. So this is a major difference. Okay? So just saying 必要がある必要がない seems like something is missing. Okay? Normally we say what it is before it. So 会社に行く必要がある。会社に行く必要がない。Let me see. もっと、漢字を勉強する。Okay, let me see. 漢字を勉強する。Okay? もっと漢字を勉強する必要があるない。So on so forth. Okay? Okay. Let's try. I'm not going to make it too long, but you see, it's very convenient. I'm using 必要 as a noun, and the good thing about this is that I can attach a verb before it. Okay, so もっとも漢字を勉強する to study more 漢字必要. So the necessity or the need to study more 漢字がある. So I have the need to study more 漢字. Of course, I need to study more 漢字. That's convenient, isn't it? If you say 必要がない, so then maybe you're a kanji master and you don't have to learn. That's great. Okay, so that's like a kind of quick, view. Okay. But if you're using 必要 as an adjective, you can't actually do that. Okay, you can't do something like this. Okay. But it's really convenient to use this as a noun. Okay. And then going back to your context. Okay. If you need a bag, don't need a bag. Like, okay, in Japan, okay. Well, even though like 必要じゃない必要がありません grammatically, sound very correct, but like in this type of situation, like, okay, you're in a shop, like, they're asking, do you need a bag? They usually say, 袋はご入り用ですか? You don't need to know this phrase, but you want to quickly say you don't need a bag. In that case, the perfect way to say it is 結構です like no thanks. Okay. So if you wanna say I don't need it, no thanks, instead of saying I don't need. Sometimes translating directly from English doesn't work in Japanese. So like, especially when it's very situational like this. So like いいえ、いりません is also fine to いりません. Maybe a little bit more kind of beginner level. You could say いりません, that's fine. You can, yeah, that's the from いる. So let me see. Okay, for beginners, let me see. いる as to need. Okay. So 袋がいる、袋がいらない、袋がいりません. So, one way is 袋がいりません。袋はいりません。You could say that いりません。いいえ、いりません。That's more like kind of beginner level. Okay? But if you wanna say it more like native like, you can say いいえ結構です。So simply 結構です。結構です。When you don't want something, when you wanna say no thanks. Okay? You don't even have to say this. I just put it there in case you wanna see it. Yeah. If you say this right, 結構です with like your like hand, like kind of, saying like, oh, no thanks kind of thing, it's enough, 結構です. But if you want to say the whole thing, いいえ結構です it's fine too. But いいえ is not even necessary. If you say, oh, いいえ結構です if you just kind of, you know, do this, like wave your hands like, oh, don't need it. It's okay. It's a lot to do with body language. So, okay. So that's I hope this answers your question or questions here. I guess I need to kind of go fast. Okay, let's see. Okay. In sentence 5, I struggle with figuring out the structure of the sentence. Is the order correct and the particles correct? Okay, let's see. I can hear my mom talking outside. Okay, context. Okay. I hear my mom talking outside my room. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So 話してるか聞こえる. Okay, so you're using 聞こえる. 聞こえる is a hard one to use. Okay. 聞こえる. Since it's intransitive, so you have okay, okay, let me see. Yes, Google actually knows. 話す母の声が聞こえる. You can do this in a few different ways. I'm not gonna follow this Google advice. Let me see. 話しているのが聞こえる. I think that's what you wanted to do. Okay, let me see. So, something が聞こえる. Okay, you are using が correctly here. So, let me see. 母が外で話しているのが Okay, let's see. So, if you look at this, talking outside. Okay, so that's like action happening now, isn't it? Action happening now, and that is audible, right? You can hear that. Okay, be careful. This is not potential. This is 聞こえる is intransitive. Okay, something が聞こえる. Let's see. And something is audible, so let's see. You wanna say, I can hear my mom talking outside. 外で話しているお母さんの声が聞こえる. Let me see. 母が外で話しているのが聞こえる. Yeah, you can do this in a few ways. Okay, let me see. 外で、お母さん、ちょっとね、話している、母の声、お母さんの声、母の声。Depending on your tone, if you wanna, I actually personally never use haha. Because if I say haha, haha sounds a bit too official. But if you wanna like kind of keep the sentence like kind of, let's say like objective, sure, like using haha is fine. But since like I'm very I'm attached to my mom myself, I say お母さん a lot. I know it might be a little bit embarrassing depending on the tone of the sentence you're going for. But if you're like, oh, I want to write this more like objectively and not subjectively. Okay, then of course using haha is fine. But personally, I don't really describe my mom as haha. I keep saying お母さん, お母さん. Anyway, let's keep it this 母 here. So 外で話している母の声が、okay. 聞こえる。聞こえます。Okay. That's one thing you could do. Okay. 母の声が聞こえる。Okay, so this is, 母の声. I just put it into one thing. So I use the 声, voice. Okay, voice and 母の声. So my mom's voice. Mom, 母 is more like mother. Okay. If you want to say mom, it's more like お母さん. Okay. So 母の声. I just put it into one noun, no noun. So my mom's voice. So this no is possessive. No, I'm really thirsty. One sec. My invisible cup. Right. So, so 母の声. So yeah, my mom's voice. And if you see this, okay, just ignore this first. Okay, just ignore this first. If you want to see it better. 母の声, my mom's voice が聞こえる. So basically you're saying I can hear my mom's voice. Okay. And then what I did here was, 母の声, I'm treating this as one noun and I'm doing the verb noun combo. I call this verb noun combo, meaning that I'm explaining more about, I'm explaining more about this voice. Okay. 外で話している talking outside. So this actually kind of modifies or just explains what this is about. Okay? 外で話している母の声。Okay? が聞こえます。That's an easy way to put it. But if you want to use this no thing, okay, let me see. 母が外で話しているのが聞こえる。Okay, that's a little bit hard. Okay. 外で話している。Okay. One second. Okay, if you want to do this one. Okay, 母が外で話しているのが聞こえる。Okay, that's what you want to say maybe? Okay. So I think that, I guess this is what you were trying to say. Okay. 母が外で話しているのが聞こえる。So, let me see. Basically, I nounified the whole thing. Okay, I nounified, I mean, I nominalized the whole, let's say this is like one like scene. Okay, this is one scene. Like take this as like the situation or scene. Okay, I wanted to kind of consolidate this one by using no. Okay, no can do a lot of different things, but like, the common thing is like to nounify something, but in this case it's a little bit different. Very similar to nounifying something, but it's like, okay, you kind of freeze that kind of, scene or situation and put it together. That's what it does. So it's very common when you want to say, oh, I heard him walking, or like I heard him playing the guitar, or like I saw the kid playing the game, something like that. Like when you hear something, when you see something, and yeah, you see someone running, something like that. Okay, in that case, you want to kind of consolidate the scene like this. Okay, you just say, since this is the haha is the secondary subject, and then this happens within this clause. Clause is like a chunk or like a block of something. So 母が外で話している, and then no, like let's think that this is like a scene. Okay, scene. Like you just consolidated what's going on, and something が聞こえる. That's what I did here. Okay, but if you're like, oh, I don't really know how to do that, the simple way is using 声 instead, 声 voice. So it's easier to do this. Okay, I'll give you another example of, let me see. ユフィが遊んでいる。ユフィが遊んでいるのが、okay, let's use 見える。Okay, 見える。So, let me see. I'm using 見える here. 見えるis another intransitive. Often, of course, it's used as something が見える. Very simple sentence is like 山が見える, right? So 山が So 見える、聞こえる, intransitives like this, it's often, it is pretty much always used like this. 山が見える. So 山が見える. If I translate it, literally it means like the mountain is visible. I know it's weird. Of course, you can still say like I can see the mountain from here, for example. Okay, so I'm using the same structure, even though it's longer. I just basically used ユフィが遊んでいる as one scene, like a cut. Okay, I consolidated that scene by using no. Okay, I kind of froze the activity, and then I just popped it into the pattern, something が見える pattern. Okay, so basically this means I can see Yuffie playing. Okay, that's what it means. So you wanted to make a similar sentence like this, right? So yeah. So what I did was ユフィが遊んでいる present continuous action happening now. No, by using no, I'm just kind of freezing that scene. I'm consolidating that part. Okay, and I'm just popping this into something が見える pattern. Something is visible. Something can be seen. Okay. I hope this makes sense. So much more. Let's see. Did I answer everything? Okay, let me see. I think so. Like, if I forget something, I'm sorry. Let me check the chat. Okay, I think those were like really like big ones that I wanted to kind of go through. Of course, I try to go through like those ones, if I could. But I think those two entries were the biggest. So let me just go to the chat so that I can pay attention to you guys. Let's see. Whoa. Let's see. So where was I? Okay, let me see. Okay. Hechi jump Jiru is here. Good. Oh, okay, that was okay, those were Hechi sentences. Okay, sorry, I just only got to the chat. Impolite. Oh, you want to pull? Okay. I want to study Japanese and be able to communicate respectfully, and I don't feel comfortable drifting into the informal style yet. Okay, my brain still doesn't feel comfortable going that Japanese thinking. Okay. Let me see. Okay, you want to keep it formal? Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is formal. That's fine. And okay, so yeah, then for now just ignore what I wrote with the casual. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so if you want to just keep it polite, okay, for now you want to just ignore the casual form, but it's very important to know both though. Okay, you might want to kind of feel comfortable with both as early as possible. Okay. Okay, so I think those are fine. Yeah, okay, so if you want to keep this formal, so I just write it 見えます. Okay, 山が見える, 山が見えます. I mean, 見える is the dictionary form, so let me see. Okay, of course, it's a do verb, so it's easy to conjugate. Let's see the next one. Okay. Okay, those sentences were yours. Okay. Let's see. Doesn't feel comfortable going that Japanese thinking. Okay. I actually do have a problem with making longer sentences. Okay, I guess that means knowing how to flow parts through multiple particles, and it's hard. Okay, it is hard, but it is possible. Okay, jump jiru. Don't worry. It's very good to kind of look at other people's sentences too, because like you will learn a lot, at the same time. So longer sentences. Don't worry about making longer sentences yet. It's better to make kind of short sentences, but short but correct sentences first, and then once you're ready, you'll be able to use more conjunctions, connecting words, and expand a little bit more. Sometimes you don't need to explain too much, depending on the context. So let me see. Okay, it's an event. Okay, yeah, the cat is being there, so yeah. Okay. Make it more weird when I taking cake to an older lady. I will just make it more weird when talking keigo to an older lady. Keigo. If you want to use like a proper keigo, with an old lady, it's cool. Like, but that's when you want to be super formal. Okay, this is still part of keigo, but it's not like fully expanded. Okay, but if you get to know, the old lady, grandma, they might want to kind of like be friends with you too, So in that case, you can drop the formality and be more casual. They will actually like it, Xerain used to know keigo, and I would intentionally overuse it in class for practice. Okay, but now I'm not worrying. Yeah, Xerain, you're correct. Don't worry too much about it. It will drive you nuts. So yeah, for now, if you want to sound polite or formal, just like using masu desu is enough. Okay. Let me see. Hechi can't use to over and over again. So why you switch to more because it's also like these things. That's why it's more. Let me see. Dayo sounds like smog. Sonus 4. I don't think you answered 必要じゃないです. When declining. Let me see. Yeah, when you say like you don't need something, like like when you're like at like a cashier and saying, oh, I don't need a bag, they're trying to offer, and then you say, oh no, I don't want it. Yeah, 結構です it's fine. Oh, いいです is also fine to いいです like, oh, I don't need it, it's fine, that's fine, I don't need it, いいです is also fine too. Let me see. Just going through quickly. Don't have the Japanese language mindset yet. Still stuck with English. Yeah, that's a common thing. Don't worry. Oh my gosh, the bags. jump, jiru. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's all about the body language. Sometimes when you do this, like they will just kind of understand, or like when you like kind of do. Like, no thanks. You don't even sometimes have to say anything. So yeah, you're right. Let's see. Okay, Hechi, you need to go over that again. Let's go. Yeah, take your time. Those are difficult. Ow! Yo, the Gib. You made it to stream. Hello. Sorry, I got to the chat so late. Good. I like that everyone's here. Good. Hechi sentence is a mess. No, don't be sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I'll try to do my best. Okay. And Hechi thought haha is used when talking about my own mom, and okasan's used. No. Okasan. It's your own mom. Let me see. Haha is a more kind of formal way of saying, mom, but mother. Okay. Haha. It's very objective. Okay. So like for maybe like official, like kind of forms and things like that, they might say haha and chichi and so on and so forth. Well, like in Spy Family, Anya keeps saying chichi, haha. That's cute. But of course, she intentionally kind of does that. Okay. Haha is more formal. Okasan, like, I talk about my own mom as okasan, and that's universal. Talking about your own mom, you can say okasan, especially when you're, talking casually. But if you need to, like, talk more formally, or like, you're in a like kind of official situation, or like let's say like in a job meeting, or like a school, like job interview, or like school interviews and things like that. Okay, in that case, you don't want to say okasa. You want to say haha. Okay, haha. But if you want to talk about somebody else's お母さん you can say like Taenyan のお母さん or Yuffie のお母さん somebody のお母さん友達のお母さん does it make sense? Okay, that's how you learned it, Gib. Okay, right. Okay, let's see. You already did everything formal except the help under the sentence. No problem. It's very easy to switch to formal because, like, when you see the dictionary form, let me see. Yeah, so in this case, mieru is a dictionary form, so ru verb, it's easy to change it to masu. Let me see. Yeah, iru, since it's an exception, isn't it? So, iru, iranai, irimasen. Let me see. 必要がある. Yeah, since ある, ある is an u verb, right? So, あります. Use verb conjugation. Sometimes I just write it in its original form. If it's a verb, I write it in a dictionary form because I assume that you'll be able to conjugate, because we went through verb conjugation. So, ない. So, ありません. Because that's from ある, isn't it? ある to be, to have. This is dictionary form. Masu form is ある, あり, あります. Because it's an u verb. And あru's ない form is simply ない. We talked about that one in the verb conjugation class. What else? Let me just quickly go through the rest of the chat. Let's see. Thank you for writing both. Okay. Long sentences, that's fine. Just continue so you can stop early as possible. No, it's okay. Everyone can benefit. Okay, let me see. Andrew, have a question about using possessive no. Okay, when referring to the stranger. Okay, how Japanese people would say, is it your bag? Okay, that's okay. あなたのOh, I see. あなたのバッグですか? Let me see. 自分. I know that some people would use 自分 like on a train. In that case, okay. Let me see. To a stranger, you wanna say, is this your bag? Like, is this your phone? Things like that. Okay. これあなたのバッグですか? Yeah, it's kind of strange to you. Maybe in that case you might say 誰の like whose bag is it? So 誰のバッグですか? 誰のバッグですか? Or 誰のですか? is fine. Okay. Let me just kind of need to go quickly. Let's see. So yeah, again, textbooks are way too formal. Yes. Right. For exams and yeah, gravidon. Yes, it's for exams and like for kind of polite situations. It's important to know both. Okay. So let's let me go as much as possible. Okay. I might not be able to make it through. But I'm doing my best here, okay? It's my day off, but I'm here for you guys, to help you as much as possible. Okay. Let me see. Let's go. I had some. Okay, let me see. Those ones. It's written in Romaji, but yeah. Okay. It's from MikodanyeSuki, okay? Wrote some sentences and I can't write kanji, so Romaji is my best option. Okay. So let me. Shall I write hiragana next to it too? Okay, let me see. I think you want to say, okay, 敵が enemy 敵が東から攻撃する早く帰れ Let me see. I think what you wanted to say was, okay, let me see. 敵が東から from the east. Okay. 攻撃 attack. 攻撃する I think you want to use している present continuous. 敵が東から攻撃している早く帰れかな? Let me see. I'm just trying to like since I mean if you are here you can tell me, if I'm misunderstanding what you're writing, but if you're not here, I'm just trying to kind of guess. I'm just guessing this, and I'm sorry if I'm not guessing right. I'm not really a mind reader, but I'm trying to. I'll do my best to understand. Okay. 敵が東から攻撃している。早く帰る。I think that's what you want to say. I think that's what you want to say, right? Okay, let's see. So get back quickly, I guess. Okay, so 敵 enemy が東から from the east 攻撃している attacking 早く quickly 帰れ so come back quickly that's imperative. Okay, so if I were to write this in Romaji, let me see 敵がit's not advisable to write it in Romaji, but you said you had no options, so 攻撃sorry, SH いる okay しているThank you 早く帰れ I think that's what you wanted to say. I'm just guessing. If I'm wrong, just let me know. And the next one, 敵どこ Okay. It's very casual. Okay. 敵どこ Of course, like what's missing is 敵は but of course, I guess you wanted to write, okay, casually. Okay, 敵どこ Okay, so 敵, for the full sentence, it will be like 敵はどこ but of course, it's common to drop は in this case. Let me just write the missing は as well. So like learners can actually see what's missing. It's very common to drop something like this in a super formal conversation. So, Higashi, let me see. Higashi ni, I think that's what you're gonna say. 何もない let me see. Not だけど、何もないけど because ない it's an adjective. Well, behaves like an adjective. 東に何もない、けど close. Okay, we go. I think that's what you wanted. I'm just guessing. 東に何もないけど there's nothing in the east or let me see. 間違えた Okay, let me see. 間違えた is from 間違える to make a mistake or I got it wrong. So let me see. Let me see. I think okay, 間違えたかな Let's see. 後ろから This is what I wanna like can I understand? Okay, let me see. 後ろから消えて待つ後ろ Okay, so 後ろ like behind. Okay, 後ろから消えて待つ消えて待っているI'm guessing. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do my best to understand it. Okay. 消えて I guess you wanna say 消える as like to disappear. Okay. 後ろから消えて Okay. 待つ I guess you wanna use present continuous. So 待っている waiting. I think that's what you wanna say. Okay. 間違えた後ろから消えて待っている Okay. I'm just guessing, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to kind of understand this context. 後ろから間違えた So I got it wrong or it was a mistake. 後ろから So from the back, from behind. 消えて is from 消える to disappear or vanish. 待っている waiting. I think that's what you wanted to say. 消えて待ってる or 待っている waiting. お前死にたいか Okay, let me see. お前 is not a very good word, okay? But since you have it here, I would just write it, but I don't recommend using it in like everyday conversation, okay? It's very offensive. 死にたいか。死にたいのか is more common, I guess. I think that's what you wanted to say. 死にたいのか. Okay. I think that's what you wanted to say. Okay. I don't know who. Okay. So MikodanyeSuki. I did my best to understand what you were trying to say. Okay. And then I wrote it with hiragana because it's easier for other learners to see what this is. Okay. So it seems like you wanted to make like a kind of dialogue. That's cool. You want to say, oh, it's like an enemy approaching, be careful, that kind of thing. That's good. Like, yeah. So it's like kind of like has like some thrilling moments. That's good. Okay. So 敵が東から攻撃している. Yeah. So like they're attacking, the enemies attacking, from the east. 早く帰れ. So get back. Here, 敵はどこ So where are they? 東に何もないけど、there's nothing there. 間違えた。Sorry, my bad. 後ろから、so from the back, 消えて待っている。So they disappeared and they are waiting, okay? And お前死にたいのか、お前 is again, as I said, お前 is super offensive. So be careful, with this one. You don't want to use it in like everyday conversation, okay? 死にたいのか、so 死ぬ、死ぬ to die, 死にたい wanna die, 死にたいのか do you wanna die? I know. I guess you wanted to write like a little passage, okay? Cool. Let me just take a look at the look at the chat. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Okay. My sentences either for some shonen. yeah. That's what I thought. Yes, right. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I think that's my guess too. Yeah. That's cool though. Like I like that. It's very different. It's very different, and like when you watch anime or when you read manga, you might see like dialogues, like these. So like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so let's see. Let me just look at what's in there. Okay, I try to do my best, but I've been through so many. So okay, so let's see. I'll go here. Shieki, which is causative. Okay, causative. Causative is N4, but JLP to N4 level. So, but even for N4, it's really hard. Okay, so like I even think that causative should be like included in the N3 level, which is kind of intermediate. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand any of this. Okay, so the person who wrote this didn't leave a name, so like I'll just assume that they want to remain anonymous, which is cool. So shieki means causative. Causative practice, that's cool. Causative, do you know what it means? Causative, and let me quickly show you what this is. Okay, causative. Oh, Kari, this is you. Okay, I see. I'll try my best to go through. Okay, so Kari, let me show you something. Okay, but like yeah, these are a little bit more advanced. Okay, I see. Okay, so causative. Let me look at my screen too. Okay, you wanted to write a causative sentence. So like in case others don't know about causative, let me briefly explain what Corey was trying to do. Okay. You might not be familiar with what causative means, but I simplified it here. It's my own file. If you need it, I'll make it downloadable later, okay? So causative, it's actually different from English causative, okay? In Japanese, it involves two things. Causative is like make, somebody do something. It's almost like forcing somebody to do something. Or another thing is permission. You let somebody do something. You allow somebody to do something. So two things. So depending on which one you're going for, of course, the meaning changes. Okay. And very typical example is this one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, for like forcing, commanding. I know it sounds like, controlling somebody, but if you look at the sentences, it will actually make better sense. So the first page, I'm talking about forcing, commanding, making somebody do something, and then realistic sentences will be these. Okay. So don't worry about like when I'm saying like verbs, that take object or, with transitive, but I'm just listing what's common. Okay. So the first sentence goes, 先生は生徒に students たくさん漢字を書かせた。Okay. So 書かせた。This is where I'm using causative, making somebody do something. 書かせた. The formula, let me see. So 書く to write, isn't it? 書く. If you see, let me see. Yeah, you can see this, right? Yeah. Sometimes I need to check the monitor. So 書く is an u verb, right? So let me see. It's a transitive. 書く. Actually, I have it right here. 書く is it's an u verb and it's transitive. Transitive means you can take object or. Okay. And the formula is I say nai stem plus seru. It's basically seru. So 書く u to nai. So 書かせるis a causative form. So in this case, 先生 is the someone who made the students do these things. Okay, so let me see. So the teacher made students write a lot of kanji. So causative is like, when you are in school, and then you have teachers like, hey, you do this, you do that, giving you homework, like, or maybe, like your parents, telling you, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. That's when you use causative. Okay, so in this case, 先生は生徒に so somebody に、something を and plus causative in this case. Okay, don't worry if you don't understand the formula. I just want to briefly explain what causatives are. Yeah? So in this case, basically the teacher, told the students, hey, you guys have to do this, So that's causative. Think about like, okay, mom, お母さんは、子供に、嫌いな野菜を食べさせた. So imagine, the kid doesn't want to eat these vegetables, right? Like, I don't want to eat vegetables. But okay, the mom is going like, hey, you gotta eat your greens. Okay, so that's like, involving some kind of force. Yeah. So this is causative. Okay, so お母さんは and somebody in this case, the 子供 is the receiver. Okay, of this one. So 子供にand subject は and somebody に and blah 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 or and a causative in this case. Okay, 嫌いな野菜を the vegetables she or he doesn't like 食べさせた made the kid eat. Okay, it's more like commanding, making them do something that they don't like. That's causative. And another thing with causative is permission. Let somebody do something. Okay. Again, without knowing the context, we don't know which one's which. So let me see. Very common one will be this. Okay, let's see. Since I have Yuffie, my cat, okay, I let Yuffie, I let my cat eat the treat. she likes. Okay? I'm letting her do that. Okay? Maybe I shouldn't because she keeps nagging me, keeps begging me, more treats, more treats. So, 私は it's not mentioned because it's obvious. ユフィに、so somebody に、好きなおやつ、snacks or treats she likes を食べさせる。let. In this case, causative, but it's permission. 食べさせる. Let's take a look at the formula. Let me see. Yeah, formula is right here. So, 食べる is a lu verb. 食べる in this case, it takes the stem plus させる. Okay, so 食べさせる. So, without knowing any background information, if you say 食べさせる, we don't know if you are saying, make somebody do something or let somebody do something. So we need to kind of provide more information on which causative you are using. Okay, so that's what causative is in a nutshell. Of course, there's a lot. I made this file from scratch, and so I will still need to kind of modify a little bit. And I need to put a watermark and things like that so people don't steal. Some people do, so I've got to be very careful with copyright. This is my own writing. So anyway, so yeah, you got the rough idea of causative. Okay, so let me go back to Corey's sentence. Okay. Because I don't want to leave anybody alone. So let me see. Okay. Let's go to the sentence. Where did it go? Oh yeah, 1 second. Sentence checking. Right here. So you wanted to use causative, okay? 上司は僕に. Okay, so you wanted to use 上司, okay, as okay. As a subject, okay, 僕に, yeah, okay, get somebody に, that's good. 書類をやり直させる のされた。される is passive. So, causative, やり直す、やり直させる. Okay, let me see. Dictionary form. やり直す to do this again, do it again. Okay, やり直す dictionary form, causative. Causative form is, 1 sec. させる。やり直させる。So, and of course, after that, you can, of course, turn it into the past tense. So, やり直させた。Okay. させる。Okay, let me see. So, 直す、u verb. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the chart again. I mean, the table again to see if we can get to this one. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I have a lot of things in front of me. Trying to kind of juggle everything. So let's see. Where's my screen? Causative. Okay, here we go. So, 直す, u verb. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the table. Let me see. Since o 直す is transitive, so it doesn't matter whichever. It's gonna always take nice stem or just せる. So 直す, 直さ, せる. So 直させる, 直させた. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. So if you have another let's say u verb. 作る u to そう作らせるせる書くu to そう書かせる causative. So 直すto 直させる. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay. No, yeah, don't worry, Corey. I love that you're writing difficult sentences. Don't worry. At the same time, everyone can learn at the same time, so that's cool. Thank you for doing this. Okay, no worries. I understand why they're very confusing because they're so similar. They're so similar, Corey. So I love that you challenged yourself. These are really hard. Okay, let me see. Just going back to my. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so 直させた。Okay. やり直させる。Okay. させた。Yeah, they sound very similar, passives and like causatives, and sometimes of course we merge the two, causative, passive, and things like that. So they sound extremely similar, but yeah, if you're just using causative, yeah, I will send you. I will give you that. A little table, so it's easy to figure out which form you're going for. Okay. やり直させた. Okay. But of course, if you wanna turn this into causative, passive, you could, but I'm not gonna go there yet. Okay. Let's see. This one, I guess maybe this is another sentence, sentences of yours, I guess. Let me see. 壁に絵を描いてるの、let me see. いとこが、okay, 手あるand 手る. Okay, this is hard. Okay, let me give you what it means by 自動詞手いる and 他動詞手ある. Okay. First of all, you need to understand the type, okay, of like verb you can use for this. Okay, let me see. So a very typical example is 開く and 開ける. But maybe you've seen those sentences before, so I'm gonna use a different one. Okay. 鍵. So 鍵がかかる versus 鍵をかける. Okay. Let's start from here. Okay. So first of all, 鍵, like the key or lock, が鍵がかかる. Something gets locked. Okay? This is 自動詞. 自動詞, you have intransitive. Versus 鍵をかける. Since you can see 鍵を is the object. Yeah? かける. Something をかける. So you lock something. I would just say, it could be anybody. It could be anybody. Okay. So I'm just taking these two, because it's easy to compare when it comes to something like this. You're asking, oh, can I use teiru, tearu? How can I use these things? Okay, let me clarify what they are. Okay, so I'm using kakaru here. Kakaru is intransitive. Kakeru, as you can see, it has also, this is transitive. Everyone, it's really hard, so if you don't understand any of this, it's okay. Okay? And Corey, I know you've challenged it and you're very brave. But let me show you the super easy examples, so maybe you get the idea. Okay, let's see. Since I have kakaru. Kakaru is intransitive. Intransitive is what you have here. 自動詞, right? You say 自動詞ている. And you want to use 他動詞, which is transitive. てある. You want to practice the two. Okay. かける is transitive. So that's doesn't even come up. 他動詞 and 自動詞. Yeah, when you want to practice something like this, it's always good to use examples like this too. Okay. So 鍵がかかっている、かけている。Okay, see. versus 鍵がかかっ、鍵をかけて、sorry. 鍵を、too similar. 鍵がかけてある。Okay, one second. 鍵がかけてある。one second. かけてある。You want to do this? Okay, let me see. Okay. So, okay, so you wanted to practice 自動している、自動詞 intransitive plus ている. That's what you wanna do. So I have 自動詞 which is intransitive, intransitive て form かかる、かかってて plus いる. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Why do I have to log in again? One sec. Whoa. One sec. I'll sort this one out. Let me see. My motion capture kind of dysfunction. Let me see. That's the correct login. One sec. The server is not. Why? Let me fix this problem. Somehow maybe I'm streaming too long, I guess. Let me see. I need to fix something. Doesn't let me open. Let me just open this motion receiver. Okay. One sec. Yeah. I'm still here, but just like the motion tracking kind of. Let me see. Let me try to log in again. Doesn't let me log in somehow. Let me just close this app once. Let's see if it goes back to normal. Let's see. Okay, it's still invisible. Okay, good. Let me just close this first. Okay, just reopen it. Yeah, I know. I was just trying to reopen it. Maybe it's just because I'm streaming for too long, and it's kind of. I'll get to it one sec. Yeah, so somehow like the server is not working. Weird. I'm trying to log in because I have the like license, and somehow the server is not working. So that's why it kind of disconnected me. Weird. Oh yeah, okay, one sec. Settings one. Yeah, finally they let me in, which is very weird. Oh gosh, yeah, they updated to a new version, and like now, like they're kind of falling apart. One sec. Sorry about this. I'll get back. Let me try this one more time. Okay, so this is on load. Okay, I'm getting back. One sec. Let me set this right. So, and this. Okay, one sec. Should be back to normal. One sec. This window capture. Receiver. Okay, here we go. Oh my lord, what happened? Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Here. Okay, let me just go back to the center. Sorry about that. Like, they somehow the server for this motion tracking like kind of logged me out somehow. I don't know. Like I have the whole license, lifetime license for it, and then somehow I got logged out, and I trying to log in, and I don't know. It just didn't work. I think the server was disconnected somehow. So I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, let me just go to your sentences again. Sorry about that. And also, I'm streaming for a while, so maybe, it got confused. So 鍵がかかっている. Yeah. So yeah, when you wanna like make sentences like these, it's also always a good idea to use examples like, someone locked it, and it's been locked. And 鍵がかかっている talking about the state. This is more like 鍵がかけてある. So this one かけてある. Both of them are actually talking about the same situation. It's locked basically. Maybe the door is locked or the box is locked. Whatever that is, it's locked. And かかっている. This one only talks about like the what it is as a like the state. Okay, it's just saying it's locked. かけてある. This basically implies that someone did it intentionally. Okay, someone locked it intentionally. That's what it means. Okay. So in that case, if you try to apply that here, it's a little bit odd. Okay, so let's just try to take a look and then try to make it natural. You might not be able to use both. Okay, let me see. 絵を見た Let me see. 描いてある絵を見たかな Let me see. 壁に描いてある絵を見た I think that's what you want to say. ある絵をone second. 絵をI think that's what you want to say. 壁に描いてある絵を見た Okay? I think that's what you implied. I'm using 書いてある because 書く is 他動詞. Okay? Transitive. 書いてある絵を見たはい。いとこが書いて Okay, in this case, いとこが書いたんだよ Let me see. Yeah, there's no need to use like ある or いる for this one. It's simply you're saying, oh, my cousin did it. So it's just very simple past tense for that one. Okay. I hope this makes sense. Let's see. Let's look at the next one. I don't really have time to go to the chat because otherwise I'll be here all day. Okay. 君の練習 Okay, passive. 罰する Okay, 罰する is something that we only use it for like let's say police. Police or like something more like official. Like when it comes to like the law or like some legal matters and things like that. So it's a little bit off to use it, for like, mother and a child. Okay. So, but you still want to use passive. Okay. In that case, let me see. I think it's just maybe, the mother told him off or something. Okay, maybe then it's more natural. And you want to say the boy got told off by his mother. Okay, maybe you could do that. So let's see. 母さんは少年を怒った。Okay. 叱る is fine. To 叱る is to to scold somebody. Maybe 怒る is more common. 少年を怒った。叱る少年を叱った。Which one's more common? Let me see. 少年を叱った。少年を怒った。叱るかな Both are fine though. 叱る。お母さんは少年を叱った。少年を怒った is fine too. And 少年はお母さんに叱られた。叱られた。Yeah, it's very common. So 叱られた。got told off. That's passive. Okay? そう、られる。いや、そう、叱る。Dictionary form. 叱る。Passive. 叱られる。If you wanna use 怒る、怒るの怒る。This is 怒る。怒られる is also very common too. お母さんに怒られた。It's very, very common too. So, 怒られる to get told off. So, if you wanna practice passive, お母さんに怒られた。怒られた、お母さんに怒られた、先生に怒られた、上司に怒られた。It's a very common thing to say. So, that's a good one to use. Let's see. Okay, another one. Okay, 時間とともに okay, as the time goes, okay, psychopath, okay, no, let me see. Me 練習 okay, I'm unsure if me can be used with omo, okay, let me see. Trying to say the psychopath thought became strange over time. Okay, let me see. And okay. Okay, we don't use that one. 考え like thoughts, ideas. 考えがおかしくなる. Yeah, 考え is the best one. Okay, for this one. 考え is very useful because you can use it for many different things. So 考え, it's from 考える, but let me see. It's a noun form. Sorry. 考え is a noun form. 考える is the verb. So, okay. Ideas, thoughts, perspectives, a lot of things. You get the idea. 考える is to think about something. Let's see. There we go. 考える. So then I think the best option instead of like, 思う is to think, but it doesn't work here. So you wanna use 考え. Normally it's like an idea, ideas, thoughts, 考え, what you're thinking about. Okay, so I think that would be like a best option here. So 時間とともに, okay. サイコパスの考えが、おかしくなる. Okay, let's see. The thought became. Okay, so you want to make it to the past tense. Okay, おかしくなった. Okay. So it wasn't too bad at all. Like, it was pretty interesting. Okay, おかしくなる. Yeah, おかしくなった. I just turned it into the past tense. Okay, so you want to say like, okay, he went a bit crazy. Okay, over time. Okay. I see. Okay, whew. I think I went through everything, but I'm sorry if I missed anything. All right. Okay. So, let me just go to the chat. I'm looking at the chat. Okay, someone sent that was okay, Shona. Okay, Patrick, I think I heard some omaes when some guys are talking with friends, though I might be mistaken. Yeah, oma is very rude. If they know each other well, it could work, but it's still a little bit offensive. Omae. Yeah, but okay, if they're super close to each other, yeah, like even like of course I never use it, and even my brother doesn't even use it. But yeah, it depends on their friendship. Depends on how close it is or how how it is basically. Okay, I don't really want to like dig too deep into it, but let me see. Okay. Read a story from Shirokuma Cafe. Okay, let me see. Manga where grizzly bear used the omae. Someone misbehaved on bar with a friend. Yeah, of course. Like if it's fictional, it's a different story. But omae used in like in a real life, it's got to be used with caution. Okay, if it's more fictional, it's a little bit more forgiving. and they use kind of stronger words to build characters. That's why you might hear a lot of like, you know, omae this, omae that in fictional stories. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so Andrew, he's a very aggressive character. Yeah, right. Again, so for character building and like, you know, making this aggressive character unique. Yeah, that's why, you know, omae is used in that Shirokuma Cafe story. Okay, that's cool. And okay, let me see. Curry, that's good. Okay, やり直させられた。Okay? Causative passive, if you want to do causative passive for やり直させたとやり直させられた. Yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let me see. Something is shortened as. Okay. No, I'm just trying to save time. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. Because that's what I normally see too. Let me see. Curry. I was looking at some examples of jidoshi and tadoshi, and I wanted to try other verbs. Okay. It is more. Yeah, Curry, you're right. It is very tied to situations like these. Yeah, like oh, it's locked, or the window is kept open, or like oh, something is written on a piece of paper. Kind of situations. Okay, so it's like okay, you might not have much freedom. Okay, but you're right. Sometimes grammar points like these are kind of tied to situations like this. Yes. Let me see. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, sure. You guys are talking to each other. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, both. I think something SMTH or STH. I see STH a lot, so that's why I just write it because I just don't want to type everything. I've done a lot of typing today, so. Okay, wouldn't the jidoshi use the all particle? 鍵がかかっている. Let me see. Well, jidoshi is intransitive. It cannot take object or. Let me see. 鍵がかかっている. Yeah. Since かかる is intransitive. Something がかかる is the correct way. Okay. Because 鍵をかける かける let me try and explain what this is. Which ones? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, 鍵がかかる. Since かかる yeah, かかる is intransitive, 自動詞 it cannot take the object, direct object or. So 鍵がかかる something が and then intransitive is the formula. 鍵をかける object or, because transitive can take an object. So 鍵をかける so you lock it. It's weird to say you lock the key. I know it's strange to say, but another 自動詞他動詞 will be like very easy ones. I'm sure you've seen them, but like 開くは開ける so ドアが開くドアが開く and then ドアを開ける exact same thing happens here. So ドアが開く so the door opens and ドアを開ける since it's transitive. I open a door or somebody else, doesn't matter, whoever it is. Sorry, door. Okay. So ドアを開ける yeah. So if you have this is intransitive. Transitive. Yeah. So and this is transitive. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, when you have intransitive, the formula is something ga, or like of course this is gonna be the subject. So the door opens. intransitive. And ドアを開けるis transitive. Transitive meaning that you can take an object. Okay? So that's why. That's why this 鍵がかかる、鍵をかけるworks. And then if you are using this 鍵がかかっているtail form, it's locked. Yeah, this is how it's written. And 鍵がかけてある. This one, of course, it's a completely different sentence. 鍵がかけてある. So something が and it's left this way. This is just like a pattern. Okay. So that's that. Let's see. What else? Trying to use me from okay, itami. Okay. I see. And okay, it's kind of like using offensive language with your friends, which is kind of common, boys. Yeah, I mean, like for guys and boys, and like sometimes like little boys, like they want to like kind of get, they want to be stronger than other kids and whatever, and they're trying to kind of be a little bit too aggressive and things like that. Yeah, or maybe like senpais being like, I don't know, more aggressive, and they want to kind of show off and like say omae to kohai, kohais, and just show like that, oh, I'm stronger kind of thing, I'm the man. Anyway, let's see. So the transitive should use or. I was confused because both were written with the ga, because it's a different type. The sentence type is different. This is talking about situation. It's a situational thing. So normally if your sentence is this simple, it's like something or subject ga and intransitive. That's what it is normally. ドアを開ける, so I open the door. But these sentences are not like this. You're actually talking about like more like a situational thing. You're describing like a situation rather than like, the door opens, or like, or I open a door. So the sentence structure is very, very different from these two. So you have to know what you're using it for. Because here, I'm actually pretty much just describing the state. This is a kind of stative thing, okay? So I thought that's what you were going for. So this type of sentence is very different from like a simple sentence like this, okay? This is just simply a subject-verb sentence and using intransitive. So in that case, the formula is subject ga and v, okay, and verb. It's a very simple structure. If you change it to what, it just changes the nuance. I'm not going to go into that one. This is, let me see. In that case, object or plus v. I mean, object or is, of course, it's, optional depending on what you're trying to say. Those two are the ones you are trying to do is a very different type. Those two are talking about like something situational, or like you're describing like a state of something. So let me see. Yeah. 鍵がかかっている、鍵がかけてある. Actually describing the same state. Describing the same state, but it's different. かけてある. This one, you imply that somebody did it intentionally. This pretty much the same situation, and here it doesn't matter who did it. It's just you're saying, oh, it's locked. It doesn't matter who locked it. 鍵がかけてある. You're like, that's weird, someone locked it. So that's the difference. So these two, you're talking about like state of something. And very common examples of these two, or talking about ドアが開いている. If I just apply it to this one, so versus ドアが開けてある. Okay. It's just I fit it into the pattern or patterns. So ドアが開いている, the door is open. Talking about the state. And ドアが開けてある, also pretty much the same situation, but I'm like, ドアが開けてある。It's open by somebody. Somebody left it open, intentionally. So even though this is like, okay, I'm describing the same situation, this implies that, surprise, it's left open. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, again, it's a kind of state thing, talking about the state of something. Okay, I hope it makes sense, but I'm getting really tired. Okay, it's a lot. And this is like full-on work. All right. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go to the chat. Let's see. Okay. Is more professionally is in schools. Yeah, right. Yeah, Hechi. Yeah, that's what I think too. Okay. Okay, let's see. Thank you for looking at our sentences. Okay, you're welcome. Let's see. Will you make some kind of video about jibun? Okay. Okay, myself. Okay, so somewhat confusing for me, but it seems to be used quite a lot in daily conversation. Jibun. Okay. Okay, Corey, that's good. Okay, yeah. Don't worry too much. Like, I think, I get what you're trying to say, but I think for these, kind of grammar points, it's kind of good to almost like recycle example sentences to understand how they should be used. Just make it situational, like, in this kind of situation, I go for that grammar point, instead of like being like too free. Okay, that's my advice to you. Okay, and yeah, Andrew asking about jibun, about self, okay, myself or yourself, things like that. Jibun, okay, it's a good topic. Yeah, yeah, like if I have time, yes, of course, I wanna talk about that. But of course, jibun, the meaning kind of changes depending on how it's used. Because like it could be about yourself, but depending on what it is, it could be about the other person too. So I know that's why you're confused, right? So, but of course, without knowing, the background information, of course, it's hard to tell. Right. Okay, I think I've done enough for today. Can I go? All right. So, how's everyone? Are you still alive? I'm not surprised if you're not here. But I guess I'll say goodbye. Okay, sorry about the me my tracking disappearing for a little while. Somehow the server disconnected, so had to kind of get back. But it's working now. Anyway, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, sure. Good, thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah, Hechi alive. Andrew, thank you. Great job. Thank you so much. Okay, I will go. I will disappear. Okay, and I think I need to take a nap. Okay, I'm so tired. I will. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I will do my best to enjoy my day. I'll try to make the file available. Okay, and so you can take a look too. Oh yes, I'm sorry, Patrick. You're still here. That's good. You're good. Yeah, you can go to bed. Okay, if you're asleep, you can go to bed. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, Curry. Good. Thank you for good sentences. I know it was a bit challenging. I'll send you these files. I mean, I'll make my files available for download a little bit later, so you can take a look at my sentences and then get the idea. Okay. Yeah. Good. Do it tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I'll just disappear, okay? I'll just go.